Good morning and welcome. I'd like to go back before I go forward just for a moment. Approximately 2 years ago, I had the privilege to keynote an activity that in their audience connected many of our local politicians, our elected, our appointed officials, and a number of prominent people in this community. And the intent of the evening was to talk about students at risk and how we can mitigate that risk. And I closed the night with a message. As I stood and I watched, I was concerned that all of the hard work, very similar to Lisa and Aaron, would be certainly understood. However, the transference from the activity back to the car in the real world would be over. So I stood that evening and I challenged everybody in the room. And my challenge was this. I challenged every single adult in that room, if they would, to make a difference, formally or informally, in the life of a child, in a mentor relationship. And I pointed to the police chief and I said, "Chief, are you in?" And I pointed to the fire chief. I pointed to the board chair. I pointed to the town manager. And they were all in. And I think what's most impressive about this community, when you see signs on front lawns and in the windows of businesses saying, "I'm in," that's what they're in for. They're making a difference in the lives of children. So I'd like to offer a very similar challenge to the audience this morning. What a terrific, terrific audience. My first challenge goes to our students that are here. My challenge is very, very simple to you. If you would do this, without mom or dad or any adult, at some point today, one act of kindness. And if you do one act of kindness today, see if tomorrow you can have 2 days in a row. Maybe it's bringing juice and cereal to your mom and dad in bed. Knock on the door first if you're going to do that. But I would be very curious, and all of the students in this audience, you know my email address. I would love for you to write to me tomorrow and say, "Doc, here's what I did." To the adults in the audience, the school board, I thought they were diligent and they were tactical in building their plan to make our schools as safe as we possibly could. And our mantra going forward has always been, you build a plan 1 percentage point at a time, because there's no equation that works out where everybody's trying to follow. It's hard work. So I ask every adult, and every adult in this audience, a very similar challenge. That somebody that you have been in conflict with for a very long time, and this is hard for an adult to do, pick up the phone, have the conversation, and resolve the conflict. And I can assure you that if every adult takes that challenge and every student responds to an act of kindness without a prompt, this is an extraordinary, extraordinary event. Thank you very much.